Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
Do you need to go before we start?
No.
These marriages are not perfect, but all in all, they seem to work. Marriage is an institution for grown-ups.
It's like a love-hate relationship.
There are no bosses in a modern marriage. He knows he's lucky to have a wife.
Hello everybody, it's episode 57 of Husband and Wife Sentenced to Life. Me, Simon.
And me, Laura.
Hey, thanks for the people who've left reviews and ratings. It's gone up a bit.
Has it?
I mean, we're still 5-star. That can't get any higher, unfortunately. But people have left a few nice words, which is good. If you've not left us a review, if you've not left us a 5-star, just give it a click in Apple. And always nice to get reviews. And it's always nice to hear from you via our Instagrams, via our email, husbandandwifepod@gmail.com. However,
Do you check that?
Yeah, sporadically.
Okay.
I've always got a page open on my computer, but I forget sometimes. So let's kick off today with the fact that you're poorly.
I am, yeah.
We went to Expo 2020 yesterday again, took the girls, and came back, and I was excited because it's like, let's go back and have some food.
Yep.
You know, we were going to eat there, and then we priced it up, and we were like, you know, we could just go home and get a load of food.
And by then, we were quite tired and hot
Yeah.
and ready to go anyway.
So we shot home, we got home at 8 o'clock, Betsy Pearl, dream meal, McDonald's, God knows how many nuggets. She had that sorted, came in 20 minutes. We ordered from somewhere else on the Deliveroo app, and now I'm currently, as we speak, in a Deliveroo live chat.
Live chat.
It's not their fault, by the way. So I'm not blaming Deliveroo. I'm not going to mention where we ordered food from. We ordered burgers. Right now, Laura's doing that because she's not very well. We ordered burgers. You know, the posh. I mean, you could call them gourmet. You know, but anyway, I'm not going to say where we ordered it from. It took till 11 o'clock at night for the order to come.
Yeah,
right,
ridiculous.
So pretty much a 3-hour wait.
Yeah.
By which point, Honey had gone to bed. We had to wake her up to come down and have a burger. I ate mine, made me feel sick before bed. You had one bite of yours.
Yeah.
And were like, I can't eat it.
It's disgusting.
And then you've been chucking up all night, both ends,
Yeah.
like a Catherine wheel on Bonfire
I'm
Night.
cramping as we speak.
Yeah. Luckily, we're in a room that's got an ensuite in case you have to dash. You look like you could go at any time.
I might well be.
I wonder if the mics will pick that up, the flab blah blah from here.
Because I'm always paranoid about that.
So, overnight, now I've been feeling the last couple of days, I've not been feeling the love, right? And yesterday, I wasn't feeling the love. And then, so I went to bed a bit sad last night, and I put me AirPods in, which block out all noise. And sometimes I have to listen to podcasts at night, which are on repeat. They just help me sleep, you know, the gentle lull of a voice. Anyway, wake up this morning. You're mad as a box of frogs, you aren't you?
Well,
if it was you...
I wake up, right? If you get up for a wee, I wake up, I'm awake, and then I'm like, are you okay? So if you get up, I'm awake, and I'm there checking on you.
But I've explained, I had noise-cancelling headphones on.
But
so I woke up and I'm like, oh, well, Honey's sick at night, because I thought I heard somebody... So what I did is, I heard somebody being sick, and then I reached behind me and felt a lump and thought it were you. It turned out to be one of Betsy's teddy bears. But I thought it were you, and I'm like, oh, it's Honey. So, like, this morning, I take my headphones out, and I'm like, oh, you, well, Honey being sick last night? And these are my first words in the morning. You, if that had been me, if you'd have been poorly, I'd have been up all night with you. And anyway, oh, God. And I'm just like, I'm literally just opened my eyes.
I know, but I felt so rough, and all I just wanted was somebody to be looking after me and rubbing my back.
You know, I was there for you, but I'd been asleep.
Oh, honestly.
Anyway.
But yeah.
So you're still
but you
rough
did
now.
actually speak to me in the night. You did actually say, are you okay?
Yeah, because you were breathing. We've got a French bulldog, and you know, when you've got a dog like that, and they tend to do that breathing when you go... And
no, I was doing that, you know, when you feel so sick and you try to breathe through it.
you were doing like... You're breathing like that. So that's why I asked. Now, the irony of this is, today, we are going to be child-free. Mm-hmm. One of them's just gone out on a play date, and the other one's going out to see her mates around the corner.
Yeah.
So we've got the house to ourselves for an evening.
Very rare.
And
we don't have an open fire.
No, we don't have an open fire. But you've been threatening me for days, haven't you? We're going to be doing this. As soon as that house is empty, you have.
I've been threatening you.
No, but you do it in a threatening tone. Well, let me tell you how you do it. There's no option.
Oh, is there not? Is there not?
No, but let's be honest.
Is it
I would have been expecting it anyway.
Expecting it or wanting it.
But you lay it down. Hey, this is happening. This is happening.
All right.
Right? You do.
You've got to take your chances though when you can.
No, exactly. I don't blame you, but it's the way you say it.
Oh,
you know,
right.
You say it with a bit of spite and anger in your voice. You don't say it like at the start of a relationship where it's like, oh my God, we've got a house to ourselves.
You're making me sound like I'm a predator, a sexual predator.
You are a bit like, you are. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
So this brings me on to what I want to talk about next. Now, I don't want to name any names here, right? But you've organised this sleepover, and what you did is, what phrase can I use for this? It's almost, I don't want to say it wrong to make it sound wrong. You and one of your friends basically did sex backhanders. That doesn't sound right, does it? And the other day we met this couple for a coffee, and it had already sort of been arranged, unbeknownst to me. So there's talk going on about, they can come and stay at your house for this time, and then and we can have them at house for this time. And you and her both got sparkles in your eyes, and I know what's going on. And of course, the two husbands, we're just sat there. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm saying.
How funny though! How funny that you're saying the women have got the sparkles in their eyes, like.
No. Again, I'm sure we both husbands really enjoy the act. But what I'm saying is, we don't have that maliciousness or connivingness.
No, it's not maliciousness.
No, but to actually
it's being organised and thinking.
Exactly.
It's half term. I'll do a sleepover for you. You do a sleepover for me.
The
kids enjoy it. They get something out of it.
It's a sexual backhander you were doing.
Yeah, but the kids also want to do it. Like they want to go on sleepovers.
But this is men. And it's that thing about the male and female as species like spiders. The woman spider eats the man spider after sex. As you was having this conversation, and I'm kind of, men can't multitask, but I am picking up on what you're saying. At the same time, I'm talking to the husband, referencing an old podcast. I'm like, what's the male version of women going and getting their nails done together? I'm having that conversation. And I can hear you going, well, you guys can do what you want when we've got your kids. And So I just wonder, is this a thing? I've never noticed it before. I don't think we've ever done the sexual backhander before. Sex favours. Have we? Have we? Has it happened and I've not known about it? See, this is again, it's the connivingness of women.
Yeah, I think we have with the same couple before.
Oh, has that happened, has it?
Yeah.
Does everybody know about this apart from me?
No. It's not a thing. It's just like...
It's almost like... Look, and I need to keep stressing, I'm not disappointed. But it's a very strange... Like, it feels a bit creepy to me.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not swinging, right? Because obviously it's not swinging. But it's like... It's kind of like... not hiding behind closed doors.
No, it's basically right now. They don't have a nanny or a maid. We don't have a nanny or a maid, so we don't do date nights. They don't do date nights.
Fine.
So we're basically being babysitters for a night. Kids get to play, and so it's just. And then at the same time, it's like, oh, you've got an evening to yourselves. So do mum and dad. Yeah, like, we could have gone on a date night. We could have gone to the cinema.
Oh yes, could we? Could we though? Anyway. So that's that. That's a thing in life that I never knew about. I feel, that thing people say on the internet, I was today days old. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. I didn't know about this. Okay. But the irony is,
I'm poorly.
You're poorly.
Yeah.
You know, so what's going to happen? I mean, we've been jokingly saying to each other, the minute the kids are out of the house, we're going to be naked. Because you don't get to do that anyway. Anymore. So the minute the kids are out of the house, snooker cough. The minute the kids are out of the house, clothes are coming off. We're doing this podcast naked, which is awkward because you have to walk outside to get here. We're going to have a takeaway naked. We're going to watch some telly naked, and everything else you do naked, right? Yeah. Now, neither of us can eat without spilling hot food down ourselves, so that would have been a mission. So, what are you saying? What's the prognosis? What are the chances?
Right now, not a lot.
Not a lot.
No, but
Paul Daniels' prognosis.
if you go out and get me some Immodium.
I mean, that's sexy, isn't it? That's middle-aged foreplay at its best. And this is no joke. The conversation we just had before I got in here, you went, oh, you know when you drop honey off at a mate's, which is 50 yards away from our house, can you go to get some Immodium, which is a couple of miles drive?
Yeah.
Which I don't mind doing for you.
I need it anyway.
I mean, you know, you don't expect when somebody's wanting to have relations with you, if they're sending you to chemist to get some pills, you don't think the pill's going to be Immodium. Anyhow, so I mean, I don't think we'll report back, but
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think people need to know.
now I've got the parenting fails. Have you got anything to talk about? I've got a big list of parenting
No, go
fails,
on.
Scotha. Do you want to go through them?
Go on, you go, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
There's your bell. I'm going to give you the little bell, and it's a ding. Have I got a sound effect? I don't think I've got one. I mean, you don't. We'll just hammer through them. So I went through various websites to find what various parenting bloggers and psychiatrists and stuff consider to be parenting fails.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like the way you're talking, you're right on the edge of needing loo. Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, no, I do. I am like, I don't know if it's, I don't know. It might come out the other end, actually.
We can, wonderful. We'll just hammer through, yeah?
Yeah.
And see how we get on. But we can
Okay.
stop at any time. Yeah, bet you won't be saying that later. Okay, well, this is a great one for number one. Being too loud at night or in the bedroom. When the kids are in the house. Parenting fail.
Do we do it? Yes.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah, you give me a ding if you've committed
Okay,
this
okay.
sin. Anything to say on that one? We've got. I mean, we had 3 kids in the house up until a month ago.
Yeah.
Right, and like you said, they seldom go out. If they're out, we're picking them up from somewhere. So
Yeah.
if we're in the house, they're in the house. So
Yeah.
sometimes you have to take your chances where you get them, don't you?
Yeah. And sometimes one of us feels like weird about it being, with the kids in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I mean, I feel really weird even talking about it.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, as you'll have seen on the last podcast, you bought that back massaging gun because you've got a bad back, and I wanted you to do my back. I did your back with it for about 20 minutes, and then you just went, "Oh, thanks," and rolled over. And I'm like, I won't mind a bit of that, but because I know the noise it makes is very suspicious, I had to, for about 2 hours before downstairs, "Oh, my back. Oh, you're gonna have to do it. You know the thing you bought. You have to do me back."
I know. Yeah. See, it's that thing of feeling suspicious even though you're not doing anything wrong.
Next parenting fail is not reading the care instructions properly. So what that means is, have you ever washed anything like one of their teddy bears? Have you ever ruined anything by not reading the care instructions properly?
No, I'm pretty good with stuff like that, I think.
Okay.
Like, Betsy's got a special bear and I that only goes on hand wash.
Number 3, being too tired. I mean, how's that a parenting fail? I'm too tired the entire time.
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah, because Betsy will say, "Mummy, can you play dolls with me?" Or "Mummy, can you play Lego with me?" Or "Mummy, can you do..." And I'm like, "Yeah, in a minute." And I hate myself for being that parent who says, "Yeah, in a minute."
I hate it when she wants to do something and we don't.
Yeah.
You actually said the other day, I'm going to out you for this, you said you had a phobia of playing with dolls, which is absolute twaddle.
I do.
You don't have a phobia, you just don't
Barbies,
want
I
to do it.
can't stand playing with Barbies. Like, putting clothes on, it actually makes my skin crawl. Like, I don't know why.
It's just so funny to hear you say it to our child.
No, I know, but she knows that she knows.
Mummy, can you play dress up with me? No, I got a phobia at Barbies. Not hiding the marker pens is a parenting fail. I think you should give us a ding, because I think 2 of the kids have been all right. But Betsy Pearl, when she was really young,
When she was little.
what she'd do is she'd write her friends' names on the wall as though people who've never been to our house. And it's now a running joke. If I see Pen anywhere, I'm like, has Alia been round again? Because she wrote Alia on the wall when she was 4 years old.
She does do stuff like that. She's a young Banksy.
She is, yeah. Too much screen time. Yeah, we don't need to delve into that.
There's not many parents that can say they're not.
Trying too hard to be a perfect parent.
Sorry.
Was that a burp?
Yeah, sorry.
As long as people know it's you, not me.
Oh.
She is poorly, remember. Trying too hard to be a perfect parent. Come on, get it dung. We do.
Yeah, I guess.
Trying too hard to get the perfect photo.
Oh, that's you.
You do it as well.
No, Betsy got annoyed yesterday. She just wanted to play in the water fountain. You kept saying, Betsy, come over here for another photo. And she was like, I just want to play. I don't want to have another photo.
Yeah, well, the reason we get free tickets down there is because Daddy sometimes has to take photos down there. You drag our kids outside where they don't want to be dragged outside for photos.
The start of the year school one, yeah. Well, every child hates that.
Here's a good one. Empty threats.
Yeah.
I'm going to count to 5.
I think you're worse than me with that.
Yeah, well, the reason I'm worse than you is because the threat I say, I would see through, but then you get cross at me. If you don't put that iPad down, I'm going to chuck it in the swimming pool. And then you'll be like...
But I'm a believer of you give the warning before the threat. Like
that is the warning.
No. So like you'll say...
Right, you've had enough time on that iPad
if
now.
If you do it again, I'm going to do it. And I'll be like... right, this is your chance. And if you do that one more time, then...
This idiot's going to shout at you and threaten to throw your iPad in bath.
Yeah.
And then if you don't come off again, then he's going to throw the iPad in the bath.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just cutting out the middleman there because, as we well aware now, your way of doing things, which we have gone with, gets us nowhere.
Is that right?
How much does Betsy listen to us now when she's on the iPad? You cannot get her off it when you're shouting her. Trying to live your life through the kids. Yes, you do.
And you do.
A little bit.
Yeah, no.
I only wish.
The thing is, it's really hard. Like, I've not tried to make my passions to make the, like put it on the kids, but they've all like grown up with a passion for Leo with film, and Honey and Betsy are really into their performing, and so obviously when it comes to them doing drama or monologues, I'm there trying to perfect it with them.
Yeah. What annoys me is these kids have grown up in a house with really expensive stuff. Cameras, electronics, music equipment, computer equipment. Like, I love a gadget, right?
Yeah.
And most dads, when I was younger, wouldn't let the kids anywhere near. I've always said, use anything you want.
Yeah. Well, Honey's actually doing a podcast next Thursday.
It annoys me that none of them have learnt to play a musical instrument, because this house is like a music shop. There's got to be 6 guitars in this house, ukuleles, a banjo, a piano. There's been drum kits in this house.
They've all tried at different points.
Yeah.
But see, I don't have that thing that you have where you can naturally play an instrument. My granddad had it. I don't have it, and it guts me that I don't have it. So yeah, no, I get that.
Next one, not letting the kids do chores is a parenting fail. Apparently, I went on to read a bit about this to give you a bit of background. Young adults are useless at chores. So young adults being Honey now, Leo at university.
I think we're quite good for that.
Do you know what we gave them a job apiece.
Yeah, but other parents, other mums, they often say to me, "Oh, I can't believe you get your kids to do stuff like that." And they then say to their kids, "Do you know Leo does this?" Or do you? And so
they've done some.
They do, but I think we've got them to do stuff like that partly for life building, but also because out here we've said many times you can't
get real jobs.
You can't get real jobs. So that's their way. If they want money from us, then...
Losing control of your emotions. Yeah, both of us do that. Say no more. Being overprotective. Yep. I mean, Betsy Pearl's gone off for a sex backhand favour, or a play date, as you like to call them.
But there's only a few people I would let Betsy stay with.
Yeah. But also, we're worried sick about... We're thinking of every worst case scenario that can happen while she's out. Like, I hope our friend doesn't drive too crazy. I hope they close windows. I hope there's a swimming pool attendant. All the things you can worry about.
Yeah, I've always had it. I've had that panic thing that sets in as a parent. I've always had it.
Next one, setting a bad example. Yeah. Do you know what? I think we try so hard, and I think you can beat yourself up for stuff like this, but then I think we have slips where, like, we've not set them a good example with food sometimes, and we eat so healthy sometimes, but then there are times, and we're currently in one of these patches, sadly, where it's just like, I'm depressed, I can't be bothered, let's get another takeaway.
It's half term.
And yeah, we've always got an excuse, but funnily enough, I think the conversation we've been having about Leo at university that we've not talked about on here yet, the conversation we've had today, is partly because of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you all right? I'm going to ask you again because you're doing a weird thing.
I'm struggling a little.
Okay. Picking favourites.
No, I don't think so.
I jokingly say, I put them in a league. So I'll say you're number one child today. You've gone to bottom today. Leo's gone to top. But I've always done it in a jokey way so that it's talked about.
I know. Some parents say, "Well, of course, I've got a favourite."
Yeah.
Like the Queen's favourite was Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
So whether
he's a jack the lad, isn't he?
Whether he still is,
and he doesn't sweat.
But I'm very conscious, especially of Honey being the middle child.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously Leo's firstborn, he's the only boy.
Yeah.
Betsy's the baby. So sometimes I think Honey feels like she gets left out somehow. But
yeah.
I think with
ironic though, because she is the biggest asshole as well. She is the moodiest. But no, we love them all. Not using positive reinforcement.
Oh, we do that a lot.
All the time. I think that's one thing we're so good at. Anything any of them do, everything they do impresses me.
Yeah.
Because every time they do something, I think they could have not done that thing.
Yeah, and I used to work a lot with children with disabilities and difficulties and stuff.
Yeah.
So something that I was always taught was that it's more effective to reward a child than discipline a child.
Yeah.
To reward the good things rather than...
And it makes me feel so good. Every time they do something that's not a negative, it makes me feel great. It makes me proud of them. Amazes me sometimes.
And we are lucky we've got really good kids.
Next one, spoiling and rotten or being too stingy.
We're definitely not stingy with the kids.
No.
But you know what? We choose to do that. We choose to spoil them, and I don't mind that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now here's a good one. Micromanaging. Doing too much for the kids. Like, don't keep your hand under the table, Laura. I do a bit of this, but you are guilty. You're going down for life for this one. Because with schoolwork, with the presentation, with their bedrooms, with everything, with Leo buying presents for his girlfriend, with things to do. I mean, he is in university now, right? And I didn't want to say this to you the other day. You're telling him which bands to go and see at university. If my mum at 18 would have gone, hey, there's a concert on down road to you, I would have gone, Mum, do me a favour, you're not cool, on your bike. And I wanted to say that to you both. I'm like, let him discover his thing. So, you're long distance micromanaging his life still. And, I do a bit, but you're way more guilty of that than me.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Invalidating your kids' feelings. So is this being dismissive of... I don't think we're that bad at this.
No.
We try. I think if one of the kids says they're feeling something...
No, I actually think it's really important.
Yeah. Although, I also think you've got to thicken the skin sometimes, like if they're being overly sensitive about something that's not a big deal. I think you've sometimes got to go, hey, come on.
Yeah, at the time, I'll give them the love, and then maybe afterwards I'll say, look, do you think that was really worth it?
Yeah.
But
hey, that's all I've got on parenting fails. There's a big lit. We did about 23 there, so it went pretty quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
What have you got?
Well, no, I don't have any, but we, funny enough, we had some school emails last week.
Oh, so we had Squid Game.
Yeah.
Hey, just a quickie on this. We went to Expo yesterday, and there was a room at the Korean Pavilion.
Yeah.
There was a Squid Game performance. That is all Betsy wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like, literally, every pavilion we went in, everywhere we went looking at food, she's like, come on, Korean Pavilion, we'll go in, we want to see Squid Game.
Yeah.
So she got a photograph with a Squid Game character yesterday.
So that's me bad parenting there.
Bad mama.
Yeah.
So that was the email we got from the school a couple of weeks ago saying, please, can you stop your kids from playing Squid Game games at school?
Yeah.
You've had more.
And then there were these ones are not so much from the school as such, but there were links to videos of like positive parenting and bringing up I can't remember something like bringing up a positive child, I don't know, something along those lines. But yeah, I kind of clicked on them, watched 5 minutes and then clicked off because I don't know, I'm not saying that I can't improve as a parent, I'm not saying that, but I feel like I'm on my third child, like...
Yeah, I've got it, guys. None of them have died. I'm doing all right.
And look, yes, I think there are parents that do need guidance, but are those parents going to click on that video anyway? You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is funny, because I would never be one to give parenting advice. I think I'm awful at it. But I've also realised that, like, you beat yourself up for this and you try your best.
Yeah.
You know,
Definitely.
and there are far worse. I know far worse parents than us, but I'm also hypercritical of myself, right?
Yeah.
So last night, as we went to bed, I got a message from my cousin Liam, who has just had a baby. He lives in, where is it, the Isle of Skye?
Yeah, somewhere.
He was in London, but then in the Isle of Skye. We stay in touch, but very, like, we see each other's tweets and things like that. He's not mentioned anywhere that his partner was pregnant.
Well, he's on Facebook. I've not seen anything on Facebook either.
And I'm not on Facebook, which is fine. People don't have to post everything. Mm-hmm. Last night, he sends me a picture of a very hairy baby. It's a little girl, Robin. She's got...
Are you sure it's a little girl?
Yeah. I mean, when he said she was 8 pound 3 ounces, that's where I took my lead. You know what he's done? And this is what I've not gone back to him with. The photo he sent me is of this little baby in a Sheffield United onesie.
Yeah.
And I wanted to send back to him. I made that mistake really early on. I put our baby in a onesie, Sheffield United onesie, and for the last 9 years and 300 days, Laura has been hammering on about how Betsy Pearl is now a Southampton supporter from Southampton. So good luck with the Sheffield United outfit. Anyway, this is my reply to him on seeing the baby, which I'm not a baby person, right? I am with ours, but I don't care. However, I don't know if it's because I've been feeling low, I'm missing Leo, I'm going through a bit of a phase, you know, the change. This is my reply to him. I was trying to be positive. I said, because he said, did you know about the baby? I didn't know. I didn't even know you guys were expecting. She's the best thing that will ever happen to you. I should have hit send then. And the most difficult. And the most gut-wrenching. What am I doing? He's just got a baby. The baby's like 1 day old. But definitely the best. So, there you are.
Yeah.
That's that dad. That's what I was saying about you feel awful as a parent, don't you? So I sent him that, and then I should almost play it on here. When I was walking dog this morning, I thought I'll send him a voice message. You know, it's impersonal. Send it a text. It's my cousin. I love him. So I sent him this voice message, and again, it started off, "Hey man, I'm so happy for you. Sorry if that text, I was half asleep when I sent it to you, but you know, like, God, it's the best thing you ever do in your life. It takes me back In fact, it only seems like yesterday that Betsy Pearl was born, and I can remember driving Laura and Betsy home from hospital, and 10 years has gone like that. And you just try and stay alive because you don't want to die. You know, when you have a baby late in life, you're worried that you're going to die, and you're not going to see him get married.
God.
And because he's older, I think he's over 40 now, which is how old I was when Betsy came. And you're probably not going to be there to walk him down aisle. And
Stop!
I know, but I was freestyling. It's not like I talk for a living.
Oh my gosh.
He replied to me and he said, thanks for the lovely message, thanks for the lovely words. And I did say a lot of nice things in between, but
good.
It was almost like the record button was therapy for me. So there you are.
Yeah, no, I saw a tweet. You know, sometimes, like, I don't know why, someone's tweet will just pop up that you don't even follow. Or this guy put that he said, I didn't want to do this, but here I go. Just make sure that you let the person know you're with, how much you love them, and don't let them forget, you know, like, keep telling them.
Yeah.
Because my wife was ill for 2 days and died.
Oh my God.
She's 55.
Do you need me to send him a message?
But no, like, it kind of like, I thought, gosh, 55.
There's been a lot of that on Twitter recently.
And there's me throwing up and having diarrhea, and I'm thinking, what if that's me? You know, like, what if that's my 2 days?
Yeah.
And there's so much I'd want to say to you all.
The thing is, had you died today, the last thing between us was me trying to be caring and saying, do you want me to make you some toast? Would you like me to get you a drink? And you being an absolute cow to me, which I gave you, I said was fine because you were poorly, right? Had I died on the way to work, your lasting memory would be, I was horrible to him.
Yeah.
The last thing. I'm
going to have to go.
Right, let's leave it there. Let's say bye then, and we'll see you. Go
Sorry.
on, you better go. She's going to the bathroom. It's half an hour. That's the end of the podcast. Hope you liked it. Give us a 5-star rating. Bye.
Bye.
The end.
Are you going to shut that door?